So it's been a while since I made a regular commentary video, but it's time for me to do so. I want to talk about SnapMap 2.0, basically SnapMap for the next Doom game, and I'm sure it's probably going to be called that. And another thing why I want to make this video is because I highly doubt there will be any more real updates to SnapMap or Doom in general, since I think the next updates are probably going to be related to technical issues of the game rather than like adding new features and stuff. I've already stated how I feel about SnapMap's current position in my 6.66 thoughts video. I'm really, pleased with how SnapMap is right now, and like I said, every time SnapMap gets an update, there's always going to be more technical issues following it. So I think it's just best to stop updating SnapMap so mappers won't have to worry about their maps being broken or unplayable because of an update. Now, let's get into the actual topic of this video. Right off the bat, I'm going to talk about the obvious stuff. There needs to be everything included in SnapMap. I still wish SnapMap included all the exclusive weapons from the campaign and multiplayer, and I believe in the future, SnapMap 2.0 should implement that. I don't know if SnapMap should have its own tweaks to the gameplay or keep it exactly like the campaign, but I personally don't care either way. I actually think SnapMap's changes make Doom better for me, like the better super shotgun and the pinkies are more funner to fight, but I do miss using the Gauss Cannon's siege mode when I play SnapMap, and sometimes I kind of want to fight smarter AI, where the AI in SnapMap, they're so much more predictable compared to the campaign. I also want to say this can be applied to the enemies too. I do want to see all the enemies and bosses that we can use from the campaign in the next Doom game for SnapMap. Not only that, I'm sure everyone wants more different themes, more textures, props, cylinder, blocking volumes. It is possible to make circular shapes, but it's also very annoying to do so with what we have in SnapMap, and I think it would be so much more convenient if we had circular blocking volumes. I also want to have a bigger grid room with more options to play around with, like creating height variations or implementing slopes. That would definitely be nice, and I'm sure, we are going to get more like preset modules and all that stuff, and I personally think all the preset modules are really good in SnapMap, and yeah, hopefully in the future they will be just as good as what we have in SnapMap so far. So that's the obvious part, and I'm sure that's the part where most people think about when they are expecting new features for SnapMap. But now I want to talk about the things I feel is very important, but a lot of people probably don't think or talk about it. The first one is the technical issues. SnapMap needs to stop having these technical issues. For example, that stupid co-op glitch where people can see demons on their screen, which totally will make people lose their train of thought when they play co-op, and there's so much more to list. I remember back in Free Update 2, there was a player blocking volume glitch where if it's static, the off-host player couldn't stand on those player blocking volumes, only the host can. You also had the bobbing item glitch, which destroyed a co-op. You have the Praetor suit crash glitch. Like, seriously, why does SnapMap have so many technical issues which can totally, destroy people's enjoyment of it? There's just a lot of glitches in SnapMap. For example, on some of the preset modules, if you use Sentinel or Horde Imps, and let's just say you die in that certain arena, it will actually despawn them, and some people don't even realize that. And not only that, if you don't know about that glitch, people can totally break your map without like realizing it, and it's just so sad that there's like so many of these glitches. And I'm sure like in the future, id Software or Escalation Studios, they're probably not going to fix all of them, because there's like so many that I've encountered while making maps or playing maps. Not only that, I still can't understand why they haven't fixed the stability issues of SnapMap, because crashing really sucks. I've had so many co-op sessions where there's always at least one person, crashes in like an hour or maybe like some minutes, and then we have to wait for him or her to get back into the game. I personally think in the next SnapMap there shouldn't be any more crashing issues. These co-op glitches need to go away too, because it makes co-op look bad in SnapMap, especially when it's the only way you can play Doom, in co-op. I will forgive a lot of the bugs because I'm sure it's probably a headache to fix all of them, but at least making SnapMap not an unstable feature would be a dream come true because I'm sick and tired of crashing all the time. Speaking of SnapMap crashing, my next video I will reveal all of you guys about my knowledge for SnapMap's crashing issue, and I will reveal my exploit of how I make SnapMap more stable to use. So stay tuned for that. Now I want to talk about having more support to SnapMap's co-op and multiplayer features. Let's be honest here, people. Most people that play SnapMap are single player gamers, but I believe there should be more love to the co-op and multiplayer side. Co-op support was one of the features I was interested in for SnapMap. I remember thinking what kind of co-op experiences people can make within the months of Doom's lifespan and see how it's going to perform. And after a year later, it's just sad to see how dead the online component is for SnapMap. You can still get into matches, but it's so hard to find a lobby with three people or find matches, really. It's just embarrassing. It should be easier to get into a co-op match in SnapMap compared to the official multiplayer component of Doom, where you can get a full house game of 12 people so much easier. But for SnapMap's 4-player max, it's extremely tough. There needs to be something here to keep people playing the co-op or multiplayer portion in months to come. There's people still playing Horde mode from the Gears of War games, but for Doom, there are still people playing, but it's so much harder to find matches compared to the Gears of War games. I think SnapMap needs to have a real playlist option for the co-op and multiplayer side, so people can find matches and also, have people changing the playlist for different maps and all of that stuff. I love the SnapMap HUD from Free Update 4, but I think the problem is it's very overwhelming for newcome players. They just don't know what to choose for their co-op fix. Should I play this map, that map? I think it's easier if you just make it like a playlist of survival maps, campaign co-op maps, and multiplayer / deathmatch maps, just to let people enjoy the online portion of SnapMap with ease. I want to see SnapMap's co-op rise in the future. I really do love playing co-op in SnapMap, and I think SnapMap is the best co-op experience that Doom has to offer officially. I also do want to see more love shown to the multiplayer side. I had some fun playing various deathmatch maps from friends when we were in a mood, but multiplayer in SnapMap to me does feel fairly watered down with its 4-player limit, although there are some sweet maps out there. So maybe in the future, multiplayer support could have more player support when you make a multiplayer map. Last but finally, I personally believe SnapMap 2.0 should be compatible with Doom 2016's SnapMaps. So let's just say Doom 5 is released on 2018, and with its new SnapMap component, I'm able to play SnapMaps from Doom 2016. That better be included. To me, it's all about respecting the mapper's effort. I spent so much time and effort on my maps, and I believe I should have all the maps I made in Doom 2016 to follow me in the next Doom game. Sure, the new SnapMap will probably allow me to be crazier with its new features and stuff, but then again, I don't want to say it's going to make the Doom 2016 maps look bad. I personally think Doom 2's official maps are vastly better than what today's mappers are making, and the technological gap is very huge in comparison, but it doesn't necessarily mean it'll make the maps better. Not only that, we already made a lot of maps that are much better than what the developers did on SnapMap's launch day, where there was literally not many great maps to play. So if Doom 2016's SnapMaps are compatible with the new Doom's SnapMap, id Software can pretty much create playlists for people to enjoy SnapMap 2.0 launch experience, because SnapMap in Doom 2016 on launch was not that great due to the quality of the maps and the old interface and limited features it had. I really feel like SnapMap had a rough start on day one, and it did hurt people's enjoyment with it, and I believe if it takes advantage of having backwards compatibility with Doom 2016's SnapMap, the day one experience of SnapMap 2.0 would be vastly better. There will be more maps for people to play for those that gave up on SnapMap on Doom 2016's launch day, and you can still continue to play your favorite maps from Doom 2016. It's really a win-win idea, and in my opinion, I personally feel like this is the most important feature that the next Doom has to have out of all the features I want for the future SnapMap. And that is pretty much the end of my discussion video. I believe we will see a new Doom game in maybe 2019, since I know its software is busy with the new Quake, and I have a feeling a new Rage might appear afterwards, and then there will be a new Doom out. However, I think it's interesting to talk about this, since I'm sure the new Doom is probably in development, and hopefully some of the developers will stumble on this video, and they'll take some of my advice to improve the SnapMap experience for the future of the Doom franchise.